Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. I got a bunch to talk about today. First of all, I finally got primer on this guy, and a little sanding, and it'll be ready for the color coat. I like silver. It always just goes on so easy, and silver's really an easy color to shoot. Anyway, yesterday I talked about getting crazy, stupid low prices for the Cobra M450. And I guess I don't fully understand, well, I didn't fully understand Chinese websites. They're deceptive. Over here on your website, there's all these little thumbnail pictures, and you can click on them and a bigger picture shows up, and it's always, here's the price and here's what you're seeing in the picture, and you're seeing all these things that are in here, and here's the complete thing, and here's all the ingredients for it. And then over here, they have the same thumbnails down there, and I click on these thumbnails, and that's the crazy, stupid, low, ridiculous price. And look at everything I'm getting for that crazy, stupid, ridiculous price. Well, you have to click on the thumbnails over here, and then the price changes. So this item is that price. This item that I thought came with the other one is that price. And then this item that I thought was with everything is that price. So yours truly, Dr. Jet, fugged dupp. He fugged up. I thought that was the price for the whole thing. So I wound up getting empty hulls. Yes, I have some empty Cobra 450 hulls. Now, it's still a perfectly good haul, and you can still go to that Chinese website, and for $87 and $16 shipping, so for $105, which still is not a bad deal, you can get all the running gear for it. But you got to spend another $100 to get all the running gear. But a lot of you people already have running gear and could probably put something together. You're a clever lot. So here's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to have a bunch of these empty hulls. But you can still get all the parts for $87, which is still a screaming deal. Or $100, because you got to pay for the shipping. So I'm going to do another challenge. Yes, I am announcing another challenge. This one's going to be a good challenge. I think everybody can do it. Some of my earlier ones were actually quite challenging. So one of my viewers was suggesting a challenge of doing a 1S competition. Now, the problem with 1S is if you're using brushless motors, there's not a whole lot of speed controls that will work with 1S, and the ones that do work with 1S are for little, micro indoor models. So 1S would be real hard to work. You can maybe use a brushed motor with just an on-off contact, but to make it fun and interesting, and this is an avenue that a whole lot of people don't explore, but maybe I could take that idea and go one better and say, who can come up with the fastest 2S setup? And I'm thinking, now for 2S, you got a lot of room to wiggle around in there. You could go little tiny, you could go great big. And so that's going to be my next challenge. Who can build the fastest 2S boat? Now, because riggers are riggers and they'll always be the fastest of any boat, I'm going to take riggers out of the equation. Who can build the fastest full-bodied boat? You know, be it a mono, be it a catamaran, a trimaran, a quadmaran, you know, a hydroplane. Whoever can build the fastest 2S boat. And I'll give you up to Labor Day. This is, what is this? This is March 5th. You got till Labor Day, so that's March, April, May, June, July, August. You know, you got plenty of time to build a 2S screamer. Now, I had a little package arrival yesterday, and I opened it up. And in fact, here's a little short video of it opening up. Da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the southern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Before you today is a box from China. Yeah, I know, cheap plastic crap from China. But we here at the Stinkbug Works are going to do an unboxing. And you will get to see the contents of this box at the same exact time I see the contents of this box. And we will look at it together and critique it appropriately or accordingly. Here we go. Some foam. Flotation foam. They give you flotation foam with this. Oh, look. Here's lots of flotation foam. I got a box of foam. I didn't know they made cool stuff out of just foam. But wait. But wait. There's more. Where'd I put my razor blade? Here you go, a little slice here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. They were supposed to do it up in just all white without the decals, but I guess they couldn't do that. We're cutting away at this. Isn't this exciting, boys and girls? We're watching Dr. Jet cut a plastic bag. But inside this plastic bag is what is going to be this is going to be the Panard. Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. These are vinyl stick-ons, and they've got clear coat on top of them. Removing these would require solvents, and I don't think I want to do solvents. I actually asked this guy to give me an undecaled version, and I thought it was just going to be plain white. So my plans for the Panard have changed. This thing will just have to have its factory paint scheme. And I'll have to do something else as the Panard. I wonder what I could do as the Panard. It needs fins on it. Now what would be really kind of fun is to do the gecko. Put fins on the gecko. Here, let's very carefully get rid of that crap. Well, look at here, boys and girls. Look at here. They even left, get a load of this, the masking inside here. Here it's got the paint on it. They even left their masking newspaper. Look at here, you can read all the news in China. Well, let's look at this. This is actually an impressive haul. It looks kind of purty indeed. Not the sharpest, but it would be pretty easy to square these things up. They are pretty darn flat. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. This is not really light. It's a good solid layup. This won't, oh God, it's stiff as a board. This thing's not going to need any carbon fiber whatsoever. So there you go. We have, oh, look at that. That fits pretty darn good. That fits pretty darn good. Taping will be easy enough. And yeah, this thing's going to get an 1112, and it's going to run on 3S, and we're going to put the batteries down in the sponsons. It should be easy to get at them. Oh, there's a big bump in there. We'll sandpaper to take that out, though. A little sloppy joint up here, but it's equally sloppy right there. Have to be careful with the batteries in there. There's a sharp edge. I'll have to go in there and sand that sharp edge off. I don't want my batteries near sharp edges. All in all, I'll give it pretty good marks. It's a pretty wet layup. I can see there's a whole lot of epoxy. They do not use the Dr. Jet principle of when you're laying out epoxy, using a paper towel or something to blot it all up. Because there's a bit of epoxy in there. This is, well, I'm going to be sanding in here and here. I might as well, yeah, there's a few areas that could be knocked down a little bit. Yeah, this stuffing tube's full of epoxy. I'm going to have to mount the motor back here, but that's good. The batteries will go up down low. So there you go, boys and girls. The next project. This is almost, but not quite, 1/16 scale. It's just a shade over 1/16. It's like 1/16 and a half, or 1/17. No, that would be 1/15. So it'd be a 15th or a 15th and a half scale. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out. And so as you can see, looking at this haul with the small power system I was planning, I don't think it's going to make sense. Now, this is a good size boat for my pond. It's a good size boat, but it's a little bit much for the 1117s. So this is what I'm going to do for my 2S competition boat. I'm going to power it with this. This is a 1506 1Y. That means this thing has a ridiculously high RPM and an equally ridiculously high aptitude for electrons. This thing's going to draw a lot of current. So it's going to need a big boy speed control. I think that the 120 that I like so much, the Sea King 120 Pro, it's probably not enough for this. This is going to need a 200 amp speed control. So I have plans for it. But this, boys and girls, will be my entry into the challenge. I'm going to build this as the fastest 2S boat I can conceivably come up with. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.